Okay, fantastic. Right, everyone. So let's start on the floor today. So if everyone can come down onto the floor. Chart seat. I'm going to have to move that. Okay. All right. Looks like I've lost Steve. Steve, I have lost your. Good. Okay. Do you want to bring yourself down onto the floor? That's it. Fantastic. Right. So just make sure that we've got one foot and the other foot, so they're not catching your knees. And we're just going to just do a little bit of breathing. So I want you to just relax everything down for now. And then we're going to just close our eyes and just do a little roll of your shoulders. Nice little rolls. And then the other way. Wonderful. Okay, right. Bring your shoulders up and then deep breath in and relax. Good. And again, deep breath in and relax. One more. Relax. Lovely. Okay, just hands in front of you and just relax them down. But I want you to try and keep your back nice and straight. So again, we're going to close our eyes and then just put your head forwards. Drop your chin basically to your chest. And then we're just going to do a little bit of breathing. So in through your nose, out through your mouth. So try and relax. Deep breath in. And breathe out. Just start cycling that through. Now what you'll notice is that it's a bit shallow at the beginning. And you just need to just get a little bit deeper. So it might be 1, 2, 1, 2. And then when you keep going, it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Eventually, we'll try and get it to 4. Back out. But just make sure that you're getting rid of all of the air in there. So all of the air stale is coming out. Breathe in. And relax. Let's do one more. And relax. Make sure that back's still straight. Wonderful. Okay, so we should be a little bit more calm now and relaxed. Let's just make sure we're fully stretched out before we start doing some nasty stuff. So arm all the way up. First of all, I just want you to lean over and just try and relax. So little ballerinas. Sit up and over. Nice and slowly. Just going to bring it all the way over to the other side. Good. Right, now this time, up and over, and I'd like you to bring your head and look towards the hand that's on the floor. Now that should twist your neck slightly just to get a little bit of a stretch going on there. Good. Bring it back to center and then up and over. That's it. So over to the other side, and then you're looking down at your hands. Good. Bring it back to center and back again. Excellent. Right. Folding your hand over, and then we're going to bring your arm up and just be aware of not hitting anything behind you. Use your knee and your hand as leverage and twist around. Just relax it around and slowly unfold and bring yourself back to center. And then we're going to bring it over again and then up and over. Bring it behind and twist around. Good, and just bring yourself back to center. Right, let's do that one more time, okay? So we're going to bring our hands over. If you've been sitting and working all day, This is really important, this one, because your back will be all stiff. And bring it back. And then we're going to bring it over and all the way up. Reach backwards and twist. Good, just unravel yourself from that. Fantastic, good. Little jiggle out. Right, now if you've got the room, I'd like you to bring your legs to straddle, okay? So people's inner thighs, your adductor muscles, usually are really quite tight. So if you can't bring yourself out too far in straddle, don't worry, as long as you are legs further apart than your hips, that's what we're trying to get. If you want to just put your hands and just put them underneath your knees, and then you can just inch yourself a tiny, tiny millimeter further, that will give it a nice stretch before we even start doing anything. Now, don't worry about anything posture-wise at the moment, because I'm going to rearrange that in a second. But first of all, I'd just like you to try and reach forwards. So reaching forwards, and then curve your back, and eventually we're just going to drop our head down. Just hold it here and get to the point where you're like, I can't go any further. So it's quite bordering on a bit uncomfortable here. They will release and they will relax. That's it. Okay, just remember how that feels. So probably tight, but not horrendous. Now I'd like you to just move bum cheeks out of the way. So if you just literally pick up your bum cheek and get it out of the way, you'll feel your sit bones, which are right at the base. They should be touching the mat quite comfortably now, so you should feel them. What that slightly does is pushes your back forwards, so you should be slightly more like that now. Now I want you to try and keep your back straight whilst you're doing this. So you're going to crawl down and try and keep that back straight, so shoulders upright. Now, chances are you won't be able to go too far. And that's exactly what I wanted you to feel, the difference. It's like, oh God, I can't go very far at all. That's it. Just hold it here. Don't bring your head down, keep it up, because as soon as you bring your head down, your shoulders will come down as well. So if you can, inch it forward. Once you've relaxed, your legs at the moment will go, just try and get them to relax a bit more, and then you can possibly inch it forwards again, but keep that back upright. Okay, look upright. And the easy thing for me to do is look up at you guys. One more if you can. Oh, that gets it, doesn't it? Right, so inching it back. Oh. Now, we're in this position still, so your bum cheeks should be out still, so it's forcing you upwards a little bit. We're going to come opposite, okay, so hand opposite leg, and I'd like you to just try and reach for your toe. Now, even if you don't manage to reach, it's fine, just reach for it. If you can, we're going for the toe. Big toe, hold on to it. And your other hand is around just to stabilize yourself, and then drop your head down. Now, again, if you have been sat down all day, this is going to be tough because your legs are going, what on earth? It's not, bring yourself up really slowly. It's not actually that often that we stretch in here unless I'm asking you to. Naturally, we don't stretch ourselves on the inner side. Okay, bring yourself up and over, and then we're coming the other side. Hold on to that toe if you can and drop your head down. So your chest, the aim is that your chest goes to your knee, but you're facing your leg. Okay, release toe if you've got it. Just roll yourself back up. Now, I'd like you to feel the difference again when we do this a slightly different way. This time, instead of having your chest facing your leg, I want your chest facing me. So we're going to come this way. Okay, so chest out. Your toe is going to be caught by your other hand, and then you're coming over. And you should feel quite a difference. So where you should feel this, yes, the back of your legs, but here, sort of lower to the side of your back. And if you've got it right, all the way up. Good, release that. Beautiful ballerina style. Okay, just reset, and then we're going to come to the other side. So reach for your toe the other side, chest staying out, and then we're up and over. Now, if you have got your toe, I'm just out of camera shot here, but I want you to just try and push your toe away from you. So what that does is stretch it further, if you can see the difference there, and bring yourself over. Good, bringing yourself up, bring yourself out of that. Lovely. Right, now we're going to try the twist, so this way, with your legs out. It does make quite a difference. So reset your legs if you need to. If they're getting a bit sore, just give them a little jig. All right, if they really are quite sore, just give them a jig. And we're going to put one hand opposite, so you're the other side of your knee, and then you're going to twist. So keep your heads around and keep your back upright if you can. That should feel a little different to what we've just done. Good. Bring yourself back to center, and then the other side, so it's your knee. Bring your hand round and twist. Much harder this way. Good. Okay, bring yourself back to center. What I'd like you to do is bend one leg. So you're bending one leg. Oh, there we go. Just ease it up. So you've got one leg out and one leg up. Bring your arm the other side of that leg, and then we're going to use the pressure of your elbow and ease that knee out. Now, just to pre-warn you, if we're right in here and it's not moving, that's absolutely fine, just a bit of pressure. It should just relax very slightly. Very, very unlikely to get to the floor unless you are particularly flexible. But you should feel that right in here, it's further up. Slightly in your groin area, so just be aware, just be careful. There's quite a lot of tendons. There's a massive tendon here, you can probably feel it. Okay, just release nice and gently. So we're going to lengthen that leg again, and then we're going to bring the other leg up. So just inch it up, just making sure that it doesn't come in. Your shoulder over arm, and then you're going to stretch that back. That's it. Now try and, instead of sort of curving, just try and keep your back upright. You can hold on to your ankle as well and extend that if you want to. Oh, that's a good old stretch there, right there. Oh. Really good if you're sat in a chair. This is not going to happen unless you do this. Good, just release it and lengthen that leg again. Now, super, super carefully, just give your legs a little jig. Super carefully, we're going to bring them back together again. Best way of doing that is the hands behind you and just ease them back. Okay, don't jump this because your groin will not thank you. And now just give them a jig whilst they're there. Lovely. Okay, so a little tiny bit of attention onto your toes. I'm going to sit back so you can actually see my toes. So we're going to stretch and flex those feet. So really, really stretch your toes out and flex your feet. If they've been in shoes all day, they'll thank you for this. And now point. Just be aware when you're pointing not to cramp. If it starts cramping, obviously release. Let's do the same thing again. So really flex your toes out. Not easy. I find that really hard to do that. Feel your quad muscles having to do some work here. They should be feeling tense. And then point. Really try and point them. And then one more. This is how I can tell who's a ballerina in the class. The pointing of the toes. Really stretch it up. Oh, and point. Good. Okay. Now just a little roll of your ankles. And the other way. Lovely. Again, just give them a jig. Fantastic. Right, let's get on a nice amount of core going on now. I don't have equipment with me today, but if you do want to add anything in that you've got, I'll suggest that you drag it in if you do happen to have it next to you. But if not, it doesn't matter because it's not an equipment heavy one today. So if you want to just bring yourself slightly forward of your mat so you've actually got some space behind you, we're going to start just with your legs slightly bent and just in front of you, hands in front of you, and then we're going to nice and gently roll it down and roll it back. That's it. Good. Okay, so once you're down here, I do want you to keep your legs long, and we're going to have our hands in front of us. So what we're going to do is reach back and touch. So you can bend your hands, reach back and touch the floor, reach up, lift, and touch your toes. As you can see, my toes are just out of shot. So we're going to come back again. I really want you to use your core as a break. This is not a fast one, okay? All the way up, back, touch the floor behind you, up, lift, curl it up, really nice and slowly, and then just lean forwards and touch your toes. Now that leaning forwards is stretching your back out, so it's fairly important. I don't want you to miss that bit. So all the way up, bend your elbows, touch the floor. Now what your core should be doing is warming. It's not horrifically difficult, this one. I just want it to go, oh God, okay, it's my turn. That's how it should be feeling. Not, oh my God, this is really hard. It's not that hard already. You're fine. You lot know what you're doing. Bring it back and back in touch. Bring it up. Lift, curl head, curl up, and touch your toes. Let's do one more. It should just starting to be adding up now, nice and slowly. Excellent. Roll, curl, 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 curl. Back and touch. Bringing it up. And lift your head, lift, and touch. Beautiful. Lovely. Okay. Right, so should be feeling warm now, core. I want you to lean back down again. I'm just going to shimmy, lean back down. That's it. Right. Okay, so feet fairly close to you. You don't need to be too close, fairly close. Right, hands behind your head. First of all, I want you to do some crunches. Then we're going to expand on those, okay? So as I always tell you, bring your nose to the ceiling, not forwards, okay? So number one, just your head. Elbows right out and really just have a little wriggle and just make sure that those shoulder blades are right on the floor, okay? Tuck your pelvis under so your back's nice and protected. And then we're going to use your shoulders to lift the weight of your head. Now what you should feel is your shoulders suddenly go, oh God, I've got to do something. Now, as I've said to you lot, and I know you lot, you're all very brainy. Heads are heavy, especially you lot. Lift it up. Use your shoulders. Can you feel that? Shoulders are on the floor doing some work. Now your core just engaged. Bring it down. So you should feel it right at the top here, right by your sternum and your ribs. It should just go, oh, are we activating? So keep it nice and tight. Lift your head. Shoulders should be like, oh God, yeah. And back down. Let's do one more. So keep that nose up to the ceiling. Lift your head. Just your head. And back down. Right, okay, that's woken up now. So now we're going to lift our head, then lift our shoulders off the floor, and your core should go, oh God, right, okay. So lift the head, lift the shoulders, hold it, rolling it down, and head down, relax. Breathe in, breathe out, head, shoulders, knees and toes. Sorry, couldn't help myself. That's going to be relevant in a minute. And relax. Breathe in, lift, and lift. Down, and down. Good. Let's do one more. So just relax and breathe in. Lift your head, shoulders off the floor. Good stuff. slightly shaking, you should be. Down and release. Lovely. Right. Now, I actually wasn't joking with head, shoulders, knees and toes. So this is what we're going to do. I'll show you first, then join in. So head, shoulders, lift your knee, okay, onto your, tap your knee, back down, and release everything back down, okay? And then obviously we're going to do the other side. So let's start with the first side. So we're going to lift our head, lift your shoulders, bring that leg up, control, so your lower abs should be going, oh God, and tap. Bring it back down, and then release your head. Good. Right, let's try that again, the other side. Are we all with me? Yeah, good. Lift, lift, tap. Very good. Concentration required here. Down and drop your head. Relax. Okay, let's do this again. Deep breath in. Out breath, lift your head, shoulders. Oh, shaking like a leaf now. Tap. Bring it down. Control, control. And one more time, breathe in. Lift your head, lift your shoulders, hold it here. Hand release, tap that knee, bring it back, and release. Excellent. If you're still with me on that, good stuff. You have to really try and concentrate and control your core here. Now, I did say toes, so that's the final one. Do not do it if it's too hard. If that was hard enough, you're like, for God's sake, I'm not doing any more. Keep it at that level. If you want to go up to the final level, then come with me. I will demo. So we are lifting our head, shoulders, knees, toes. Okay, if you can reach your toe. Back down, control, and release. Okay, does that make sense? So breathe in, lift, head, shoulders. Really feel that now. Lift your knee, tap your knee, and then we're going up to toe if you want to. So tapping that toe. Hold it there. Really strong stretch in your back of your thighs, hamstrings. Back down, control, and release. Everyone okay? Not easy, that one. So lift your shoulders, knee, up to your toe if you want to. Good effort. Excellent, everyone. Well done. Back down, control, and release. Oh, ho, ho. Right, everyone core should be really switched on now. Let's do that one more side each if you're able to. So deep breath in and lift. Crunch up. Knee, up to toe if you want to. Hold it here. Back down and release. Good. Deep breath in. We're nearly there. Head, shoulders, knee, toe. Who said I didn't have a sense of humour, hey? I haven't been drinking yet, honestly. Back down and release. Oh, good stuff. Well done. Right, just release your hands from your head. Feet and knees together, and then just flop to one side. Hands out, and then just bring your head the opposite way. So just rest your ear on the floor, the opposite way to your knees. A couple of nice deep breaths here. That should unlock everything. Would have just had to really work. Good. Okay, bring it back to center. Excellent stuff. And the other side. That's it. Relax, relax. Lovely. That should feel a little bit better. So bring yourself back to center. Right. I want to do something called Happy Baby, which I believe we have done, but not very many times. It gives you a really good stretch out in your hamstrings, and your core does have to do a little tiny bit at the top. So first things first, feet flat on the floor, hands on your tummy. So we're going to deep breath in. On the out breath, tilt your pelvis. Deep breath in. Out breath, lift one leg to tabletop. Hold it here. Deep breath in. Out breath, lift the other leg. Really feel the lower doing some work here. So you're holding it, but you're holding it with your core, not holding your breath. Keep it here. Good. Right, hands shooting up to the ceiling. And then I want you to flex your toes. And then I'm going to lift your head and we're going to join together. So I'm just going to move that slightly so you can see the top. So we are here. So holding onto your toes and really grab hold of them, okay? Don't just touch them, grab hold of them. So what you are in, this is called happy baby. Release your head back down. And then we're going to do little tiny rocks to the side. And I do mean tiny, because if they're big, you will just fall, which is amusing, but not quite what we're trying to achieve. Little tiny rocks to the side. That's it. Now you should feel that quite strongly in your mid-back, and if there is some pain, this is really good for that. It's also pretty good for digestion, so if you've got something a bit stuck, be aware of the consequences of that based on the position that you're in, as you can well imagine. But it does get things shifting if you need it to. Right, bring yourself back to center. Really re-grip those toes and keep hold of them. You can stay here, so this is quite a nice one. But if you want to extend, you're going to straighten your legs. Now, you should feel that right around the back, quite strong. Your shoulder blades should also feel that, which is quite a nice stretch out for them. If that's too much, just keep your legs bent. You should feel that right down your hamstrings. And your calves as well. I wouldn't necessarily advise rocking here, but you can a little bit, but it's very destabilizing. Try and relax your shoulders. And then just bend your knees and release your toes, and then just bring yourself back down nice and slowly. Good. Lovely. Right, okay, so I want to do a little bit more work at tabletop and then just see if we can finish off the core before we move on. So we're going to do the same exercise that we did with regards to bringing your legs up. So I want you to really engage that core, don't just bring them up. It is significantly harder, as you're aware. So hands back down to your hip bones this time, a little bit lower. So we're going to take a deep breath in and tilt your pelvis. Deep breath in and peel one foot off on the out breath and bring that up to tabletop. And again, deep breath in and peel. Good, right. So your legs hip width apart, the lower back is flat on the floor, and your core, your lower core, is very engaged. If you want to give it a little prod, it should be extremely engaged. Just relax your shoulders. Good. Right, now if you're able to, we're going to bring one leg, doesn't matter which one because we're doing both. Keep one still, and then we're going to slowly bring one out. Now you don't have to keep that straight. I just want you to bring it out, okay? And then the other one, so we're going to bring that out and back. So keep the whole lot engaged. I'm just going to change the camera angle slightly. Keep the whole lot engaged. And this should not be easy. So if you're finding it easy, you need to reset because your knees are too far in. So bring those knees quite far out. And then you're going to push one leg away, hopefully not get in the way of a chair. Sit and bring it back in. And bring it out. Now again, as I say, if you've got this right, you should literally be shaking. And back in. And again, out. Keep it floated off the floor and back in. Ursula, if this is getting your back too much and it's arching, first of all, I want you to put your hands underneath your bum. And anyone, if this is just arching your back and feeling it in your back, put your hands underneath your bum and don't bring your leg out too far, okay? Just tap it on the floor. So that's the revised one. If your back is just going, no, I'm not happy with this. Okay. Let's do one more each side. Really keep that back to the floor, back to the floor. Use your core. Core's very warm now, knows what it's doing, and reach out one more time. And back in. Lovely. Right, instead of you putting your feet on the floor, I just want you to bring your knees in and then just hold onto your knees and just give yourselves little circles or little rocks, whatever feels nice. Well done, everyone. Quite a lot of core work today. Good stuff. Right. So we have done your upper set or two of abs, your lower set we've just done there. So let's have a little concentration on your obliques, which is down the side by your ribs. So supine twist, but we're not going to use the assistance of our hands. Hands out to the side, knees in, and I want you to bring them to one side and float them off the floor. Nice and slowly, shoulders on the floor, float it out. Don't actually touch the floor, use your oblique muscles to keep them there. This also should be a really nice stretch out for your back. Right, use deep breath in, use your obliques, pull up. Now again, if you've got that right, that shouldn't actually be that easy. Okay, swing it over to the other side nice and slowly. Control, control. Use your muscles to control. Bring yourself all the way down, hold it. If you're lucky, you get a nice little click on your back, which I'm hoping mine does in a second. Oh. Hold it there just off the floor, use your muscles. Deep breath in and lift. Good. Right, let's do the same thing the other side. If you want to challenge yourself a little bit more, legs a bit longer. Okay, so maybe to tabletop. Bring them out. You'll find that a bit tougher. Keep your shoulders on the floor, on the floor. Lovely. Deep breath in and bring it up. Oh, so reset your legs. If they've started to go back in again, reset them. That's it. And we're going to the other side. Nice and slowly. Control, control. If your legs are a little bit further out, this is harder. Float them off. Click, crack. Oh. And breathe in. Lift. Wow. Right. For the mad and brave, mainly mad of us, try to do it with straight legs. Or just nearly straight. This is called a windscreen wiper, and it is really damn hard. So don't necessarily go all the way to the floor. Just try it. Now, I'm not going to be able to because I'm going to hit the screen. So I will do it to where I can and then bring it back up. Oh my God. You don't have to do this. It is really hard. And do it to the point where you're going to fall and bring it back up. Oh, very good. Oh. Right, just bring your knees down, just give them a little relax. Good stuff. Right. Taking a leg, and then we're just going to roll ourselves back up to sitting. I think we've been on our backs for long enough. We're going to flip over. Right, let's do a little bit of back work. So first of all, I just want to stretch it out. So if you bring your feet together and bring your knees out, and then we're going to walk forwards, okay? Just relax everything out. Hands, just try to reach the end of the mat and then drop your head. Good, just enjoy the stretch for another few seconds. Lovely. Just the best stretch. Okay, roll yourself up Just nice and slowly out of that. And then just bring your knees together once you're ready. And then we're going to go onto all fours. Right. So when we're here, I want you to bring one leg forwards, and then we're going to straighten that leg at the back. And then I want you to use your hands and just stretch your calf. Just over here. Hold it there. For the runners amongst you, this is really, really helpful. Okay, swapping legs. So bring your knee in to where the other knee is. Bring your leg back. Tuck your toe under and then push back. Good. Wonderful. Okay, bring yourself back. Now, we're going to edge our way out and bring yourself down onto the floor so that you're on your tummy. I'm just going to move back so you can see me. Right. Really important to do a bit of back work. It does get a little bit ignored, but actually, especially over lockdown, we haven't really had any equipment to be able to do lots of back work. So cables and really heavy weights are really, really good for back work, but actually we haven't had them. So everyone's back's got weaker, and also we haven't been at the proper desks. So I really am trying to spend a lot of time on people's backs because they are just absolutely ruined at the moment. So let's have a look at those muscles and see if we can do anything to strengthen them. First of all, hands in front of you. And I just want you to drop your head onto your hands. Hopefully you can see me okay. I'll just move out slightly. That's it. So first things first, just really relax your back and relax your shoulders. The best way of doing that is just a little wriggle, if you can see what I'm doing there. It just actually relaxes your lower back. Okay, come back to center. So we are going to bring your hands to a fork shape, and I'm not going to bring my head down because obviously I'm talking to the mat and you won't be able to hear me. But if you want to bring your head down, please do. We're going to do one side then the other. So I want you to squeeze, first of all, squeeze your glutes, and then we're going to lift one hand off the floor. So it's a hand and an arm. Just keep that there floated. Now you should feel, just please don't hold your breath. Squeeze your glutes slightly and hover that arm off the floor. And just nice and slowly bring it back down. Deep breath in. Squeeze your glutes again and lift the other side. Okay. Bring it back down. Deep breath in. Keep those glutes squeezed and then lift both. Just hover. So your stare is still facing down. Don't look up because it will hurt your neck. And then bring it both down. Right, just relax. Deep breath in and then relax your glutes. That's it. Good. Right, so let's do that a tiny bit extended. If that is enough and you're like, oh, I can really feel that, don't go any further. If you want to, please follow me. So deep breath in, squeeze your glutes again. So that should just bring you up very, very slightly. So we're going to lift those hands and now extend it very slightly. So you should feel like your chest is just starting to come off the floor, only just. Squeeze the glutes. You should feel this in your lower and mid back. They have to do some work. Very, very slightly based on what we're doing here in your lats as well. Okay, deep breath in and relax. Very good. If you're feeling a pinch here, I want you to keep your hands on the floor. Okay, so that's the slightly regressed version to keep your hands on the floor. It's basically a little mini cobra. So let's try that again. Only if you're feeling a pinch. So if you're not, use your back muscles. So breathe in, breathe out. Lift your chest slightly, lift your arms off the floor. Squeeze those glutes. That's it. Creep it up a bit if you can. Really just feel everything in your back. You've got quite a few back muscles going on there. Feel them. Don't hold your breath. Feel them having to hold you up and do some work. Deep breath in and relax it down. Very good. Right, just a little relax and just a little wriggle. Relax your glutes out, make sure they're completely relaxed. Okay, good. Right, again, if you're like, nope, that's good, I'm going to do the same thing again, you go for it. If not, we're going to extend that further. And what we're going to do, I'll demo, it's exactly the same thing, and we're going to extend our arms. This is a swallow. Beautiful swallow. Okay, and then we're going to come back down again. So let's set ourselves. Okay, so deep breath in, lift up, arms off the floor, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Squeeze your glutes and arms coming back. So we've got that beautiful swallow shape, okay? Everything should be well off the floor with regards to your arms. Hold it there, don't hold your breath. Okay, bringing your arms back, deep breath in and relax everything down. Just relax, okay. Excuse me, 1 second. Teddy, shh, shh. Sam, Teddy. Okay, let's do that again. Right, so deep breath in and lift. Arms off, squeeze your shoulder blades, squeeze those glutes, lift up a little bit further if you can. And now we're bringing our arms back. Now, you can also add a bit of weight on here, but I really wouldn't advise more than a couple of kilos. Obviously, dumbbells in your hands, because your back really does have to do quite a lot of work here. So really squeeze those shoulder blades back. Feel a lot of your back muscles doing that work to keep you up there. Okay, bringing your arms back to fork, breathe in and sink it down. Very good. Right, hands in front of you and just relax. Now let's see what the bottom half can do, because that was very top half heavy. So we're going to have to get the glutes and the hamstrings to do some work here. Hip flexors are going to have to do a little bit of flexing, but we're going to be lifting our legs. So I'm just going to shimmy. Stay where you are, my darlings. I'm just going to shimmy forward slightly so we've got the right angle here. Okay, so try really hard to relax your back out, okay? So we're going to squeeze the glutes, first of all. Just squeeze them. Really just make sure that they're feeling solid. And relax. Deep breath in. Squeeze your glutes. And you should feel quite a difference between the relaxed and squeezed. If you're not sure, give them a prod. And relax. And one more deep breath in. Squeeze your glutes. And relax. Wonderful. Right. Let's try and lift one leg at a time. Okay. So deep breath in. Squeeze both your glutes and then lift one leg. Just float it off the floor. Now you should feel that your lower back has to do a little bit. Your glutes have to do the majority of it. Your hamstring has to do something as well. Oh, Teddy's come to join us. Still got a headache. And relax down. Okay, relax everything. Deep breath in. Squeeze the glutes. And lift the other leg. Feel it having to do some more work on that side. Hold it there. And relax down and relax. Right, you know what's coming next. Just give yourself a little wiggle. We're going to do both. So deep breath in. Squeeze the glutes. Lift both legs if you can. Back has to do a little bit of work, lower back. If it's too much, stick with one leg. So just be floating off the floor. Hold it here. And relax down. Good, relax everything. Let's do that again one more time. Breathe in, squeeze, and lift. Hold it here. And bring it back down. Wonderful. Right, let's get everything involved now. If it's all too much, do one and then the other. If not, we're going to do both. So hands out to the side. Right, just make sure you're completely relaxed to start with. So I'll talk you through this. Breathe in. Lift slightly. Squeeze your shoulder blades, lift your hands. Squeeze everything up. Squeeze your glutes and lift your legs. Final finale, arms out. Swallow shape. Squeeze. Hold it here. Remember to breathe. Beautiful. Not easy, this little one. Okay. Hands back down to a fork shape. Whole lot release down. And relax. Woo! Good stuff. Come on back. Right. Okay. One more time with a full swallow. So breathe in. Lift your head. Squeeze your glutes. Lift your arms. Lifting your legs off the floor. Squeeze and arms back. Hold it here. Don't hold your breath. It will not help you. Hold it, and bring it back down and relax. Oh, very good. Oh. Okay, so to counterbalance this, I always like to do everything counterbalance. I want you to, as elegantly as you can, flip yourself over. And we're just going to do a few little rolls because our back has been arched. We need to roll it the other way. So bring yourself up. That's it. And then we're going to hold on to our knees, take your feet off the floor and just roll and back up. So again, if you find this particularly difficult, you can just roll down and then get yourself back up. But I want your back arched the opposite way to what we've just done. That is quite a strong move, that swallow. So just make sure that you're arching the other way. That's it. Really nice little rolls. Let's do two more. You can hang back there if you want to. And last one, bring it down and roll. Oh, very nice. Good stuff. Just roll your shoulders. Fantastic. Right, I think it's about time that I get you up now. So let's spin around onto all fours. Tucking your toes under. I want to go into a downward dog first. Just going to do that. Probably go wrong anyway. Tuck your toes under. Arch your back into a cat shape and then lift up. Okay. Just push back. Hold it here for a sec. Really think about the quality of this downward dog. So heel towards the floor, legs nice and straight. Really arch up, arms nice and straight, head between your arms. Push back. Lovely. Okay, come forwards into a plank position. Hold it here. Don't go too low. Deep breath in and push back up again. Good. Push it down. Come up onto your toes slightly. Come down to a plank position. Keep that core nice and tight. It has done a lot of work this evening. You should be feeling it by now. All the way back up. Let's do one more. Shoulders taking a bit of this stress now. In. Bring it nice and low down. And push back up. Good. We're moving our hands towards our toes. And I'm just going to come out of camera. Hang on. And reach down. Relax. Hold it here. Okay. Slowly, slowly, slowly roll it up. Stack those vertebrae. I'm going to move the camera because I'm going to come right out of view otherwise. And then head last. Just roll your shoulders at the top. Wonderful. Right. Okay. So a few little balances to finish, and they have a stretch in them. So not going to be that easy for me because I can't step back too much. Oh, I'm going to sneeze as well now. Excuse me. So I'm going to show you the bottom half and then bring the camera back up to the top half. So bottom half, I want you to bring one foot over the other. Okay, so plant one foot solidly and then bring it over so it's actually flat on the floor. And then your top half, hello, is one hand on your hips, and then the hand that is corresponding with the leg that's come over, up, and then we're going to reach over. Now, you have got to squeeze your glutes on this, or you'll just slightly fall forward. As I've said before, I want you to feel like you're in a toaster, so you can't fall forwards and you can't fall backwards. All right, gets a really good, strong stretch, but you have got to balance on this one. Okay, all the way back up. Exactly the same thing the other side. So we're going to swap legs, plant that foot first, then bring your feet over, foot over, hand on your hip, arm up and lean over. It could be a little bit tougher on one side than the other. Squeeze your glutes, make sure you don't fall. That's it, beautiful. Very, very good. Okay, bring it up. Right, let's make that a little bit tougher and finish with a toughie. So plant the first foot. So instead of bringing it over, you're going to keep it off the floor. So it's up and over and off the floor. Okay, so you are balancing on the one foot. So the other foot is by your shin, basically. And then we're doing the same thing. So up and over and balance now. Try to go over the same amount of time that you did before. But you've really got to balance. If you really start to fall, just put your toe down. Hold it there. And bring it back up. Lovely, drop your foot. Let's do exactly the same thing the other side. So plant your foot first. Bring your leg up and over. Balance first. Hand on your hip, arm up, and stretch. Balance and stretch, balance and stretch. Squeeze your glutes. Very good. Wonderful. And bring it back and drop that foot. Excellent stuff. Just give yourself a little wriggle. Fantastic. Okay, right. Finishing with our little sweeps and then up onto your toes if you're able to. Obviously, apologies, you can't see the second half at the moment, bottom half. So bringing it down all the way up and balance up onto your toes, squeeze your glutes. And let's do that twice more. So all the way down, breathe in, squeeze your glutes and lift. And final one, all the way down and up, squeeze and lift. Beautiful. Wonderful. Thank you very much, everyone. And thank you for joining me at the Devere this evening. Just give me 1 second. I will just take you off of mute.